Alright, so I need some room to work. So I got to get this gas tank out of my way. I'm about to tear down the bike so I can get to the valves. And if you've ever done it, you know that a lot of stuff has to come off the bike. And then it has to sit somewhere for a while until all your shims come in, the correct size shims that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this gas tank out real quick. Any of you that are following these videos, this is 72,000 miles. And 72,000 miles, all the things that could break have pretty much broken. So I just want to fix all the stuff that's been broken for quite a while. And one of those things that's been needing attention on my bike for, God, I don't know, 40,000 miles or so, maybe longer, is the thermistor. For those of you that don't know what a thermistor is the device that tells the bike how much gas you have when you have low fuel. So here is what your fuel system looks like. Boop, boo, boo, boo. And right there is the thermistor, fuel filter. So we're going to replace all of this stuff. Actually, right there is the thermistor, and it looks like this thermistor has different color wires from the OEM that was just sent to me. So here's the new thermistor, old thermistor. Yes, this has been out of the bike before. This thermistor is I want to say maybe my third thermistor. So it just pops out. New one pops in. Look how old the connector looks. Just as sad, right? And I use good gas. I don't use the cheap stuff. Alright. Now I need to get looks like two different size in case you're wondering, Mahale KL145 is the fuel filter that will replace your Ducati one if you don't want to pay up for the Ducati one. So I need to get two of these hose clamps because I am going to destroy these. it is never a bad idea to keep extra hose clamps laying around in your garage. So look at the arrow. So this one is going to go just like that. The arrow is going to go up. And you can reuse these. I do have the tool that crimps these on. But I'm not gonna. Alright, there's one off. If you're wondering about the tool that crimps these on, it's like the same tool if you're doing like PEX. I don't know if any of you guys do your own plumbing or whatever, but it's just like what you'd use for a PEX line. Man, that is a little bit tight. That's what she said. So this ground, we're going to need to get this off. I'd like to reuse that clamp. I don't have a clamp that big, but it's not looking good, is it? It's really not. Let's hope I can get this off without stabbing myself. That would be a huge bonus. It does want to move. But it's not looking promising. It's all fun and games till you get hurt. Then it's no fun working on a motorcycle. It's trying, folks. I have a feeling it's not going to go on the next one as easy. And I wasted my time. We'll see. Alright, here we go. So this keeps the sparks from bouncing around inside your gas tank. So it probably is important, a little bit important. Alright. I'm going to run it all the way down because it's not going to come up, right? But the bottom's got a little flange on it. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to crimp this a little bit tighter. The chances of me ever taking this off again is pretty slim. 72,000 miles. Who thought that anybody would get 72,000 miles out of a Ducati 848? So I'm pretty lucky in that aspect. Alright, there's my fuel filter on there. We're going to put a hose clamp up top. I hope this is, I hope you can see what I'm doing. It's really not difficult. Put the top one on. Come on, baby. But again, 72,000 miles. This is the second fuel filter that this bike has had. And I say that because this whole setup right here is actually the fuel pump, the sending unit, everything from a 2008 848. And when I put it in the bike, the 848 didn't have any miles on it when it was totaled, and I was lucky enough that I could score some parts off of it. So there's what it looks like. New thermistor. I do need a zip tie. So here we go. We'll zip tie this back together. Now, if you bust your Ducati open, and there's like all kinds of, I don't even know what they call it. It's like a mass mesh, crappy, yeah, hodgepodge of like copper looking Brillo pad stuff. Don't worry about it. Some Ducatis had that stuff in the tank. I don't remember if this one did or not, and I just removed it. But it's just a lot cleaner. Make sure that this little filter screen isn't like all jacked up. This is what pulls your gas into your pump. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of garbage and debris and that. Mine looks pretty good. I do have some funk right there. Make sure your O-ring seal looks pretty good. But for the most part, you know, for this, all of this, the thermistor and the new fuel filter is probably under $50. Fuel filter did come from Amazon, and it's even the same. If you look at it, Ducati motor made in Germany, Mahal made in Germany, KL145. This has KL145. So this really is the proper one for your bike. So when you're done, slide it all back up into place. This gas tank does have gas in it, so if you do like I do and you prop it up, you'll be alright. It's extremely important that when you install these screws, you do not over tighten these screws. They're only 3mm hex heads. They do not take a lot of torque. So there's really no need to over tighten them. But once you get a couple of them in there finger tight, then the rest of them they should go home really easy. And then you'll know when you put this together, you'll know if you got it together properly. When you set your tank down, if you have fuel in it like I do, there's probably a gallon of fuel in my tank. If it starts leaking out immediately, then you probably need to investigate why. But there you go. That's how easy it is to put in a new fuel filter and your replacement thermistor. So now for another 2,000 or 3,000 miles, I should have the luxury of having a fuel light that works until the new one burns out again. I'm not sure why they burn out so easily. My only guess would be that sometimes I get stuck in places up here in the mountains where there isn't always easy access to gasoline, to a gas station, and my tank does get lower than I probably should be going, and maybe it just gets too hot in the tank and it just burns that little sensor up. That would be my best guess. Don't quote me. But there it is. We just replaced fuel filter, thermistor, and this part of my 72,000 mile service is good to go. 72,000 miles. If you're interested, I have zero gap here, so that's kind of a big problem. That's next. I need to pull both my heads apart and get some shims in there. But that is another day. I am not going to do a video showing you how to do valves and shims. There's enough videos on the YouTubes that you should be able to find enough good information on that. But thanks for watching my fuel filter and thermistor replacement video. If it was good for you as it was for me, give me a big thumbs up or hit that heart, whatever happens to be on the video. I could really use that 1.2 cents that YouTube gives me for making these videos. So thanks for watching. Peace out.